Hello, chemistry students. In this week's lab for experiment 12, periodicity in the periodic table, we have different activities, and you'll be working with your decks of cards with those activities and taking pictures. However, with the last activity 4, visualizing the periodicity, what they're having you do is basically, it says use the data from the card deck to prepare visual representations either in a graph, illustration, or some model depicting periodic trends for each of the following. Atomic radius, so you see here I have the atomic radius, first ionization energy, and electronegativity. So the first thing is you do not have to do anything on Excel for this activity, not for me. If you guys want, you can just write it on a piece of paper, take a photograph, and then submit the files. That's fine for your representation. For those of you who do want to use uh, Excel and do a presentation that way, that's totally fine. So what I wanted to show you is you can do this for all of these different trends, but I just want to show you how I laid it out and how I'm going to represent it and how you can actually highlight different columns to be presented into a graph or a scatter plot on Excel. So the first thing is I just listed on the deck of cards all the elements, their symbols, their atomic numbers, and we see that there's a skip because of the D block once we get to the fourth energy level. And then their atomic radius in picometers, their first ionization energy in kilojoules per mole, and their electronegativity values based on a Pauling scale. But I'm going to pick um, I'm going to actually graph ionization energy versus atomic number. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So really, these first two columns of element and symbols, you don't even have to have this to do this, but I just listed it so you can see it on the video. But what I would do is just like I would do for all my other graphs, I'd highlight my X column. And remember, X is always first because it's first alphabetically and then you do your Y. Now, it's really easy if you wanted to do atomic number versus atomic radius because you just highlight the two columns, go to insert, and start your graph. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this column over here. And I want to highlight column E. Now, I could delete column D and do it that way, but there's an easy way to do it. So first, you're going to take your mouse, you're going to click it, drag it all the way down to where you want to stop, and then let go of your mouse. Then, before you highlight your other column, you're going to have to click your mouse and drag it just like I did for the X column, that first column atomic number. But before I do that, I have to hit either the Windows key, if you have like a keyboard that is Windows, or if you have a Mac key, it's like the Command key. So you'd have to hold the Command key down, then click and highlight it. That way you're graphing just that ionization energy. So basically, I'm making this video to show you that little trick if you didn't know. Now, if you want to continue, you can go ahead and insert. I've done videos on working with scatter plots. You know, you can pick scatter plots. In this case, because I'm doing ionization energy, I'd like to see it with the straight line markers, and I get that. And there you go. You see a nice trend in ionization energy based on the atomic number. And then you can, like we did before, you know, you can title it, you know, you can title this, I don't know, first ionization energy. And you can put the units, kilojoules per mole, however you want. And then obviously, you know, you would add your chart elements. You know me, again, I love grid lines. I like pretending it's actual graph paper, so you can add primary and uh, minor and major grid lines. I like the grid lines. I think they look good. Another option is if you want to add some depth, you can pick different styles. You know, you might want to pick one of these styles if you want. You're more than welcome to do that. I'm pretty boring. I stick to the same style all the time, but you guys have these options. Okay, I'm going to go back to the original style I had. Yep, I like that. That's a good one. So you can add that. And then, as always, you can add your axis titles, right? So you can do your primary axis title. You know, this is atomic. This was the atomic number on the x-axis. right? And then we can add a title for uh, the vertical, and we can say that, first ionization energy, and then always put your units. This actually has the units. Looks like I might have accidentally hit capitals, all caps. It's okay. This is just a demo. And then if you want, you can double click that, make it in bold, make it a little bit bigger, just to kind of bounce this out. I like doing things like that. Again, this is optional. You don't even have to do it, but this is for those of you who want to learn how to do this quickly. And there you have it. There's your presentation for your first ionization energy for activity 4 of experiment 12, the visualizing of the periodicity, and you can submit this file. So I hope this video was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.